开始。
大般若经第13品初分摩诃萨品 Prime Awakened 第一段名摩诃萨 named Prime Awakened. At that time, Supati said to Buddha, "Word honored, what caused that the great awakening is also called Prime Awakened?" Buddha told Supati, "Great awakened surely are the lead among great sentient beings. Because of this, they are also named Prime Awakened." 第二段大有情众 Great sentient beings. Buddha told Supati, the great sentient beings are those who immerse in inherited nature. The eighth stream nature, when return, no return, our hands, low awakened stage, and the initial mind to enlightenment, and even great awakened in irreversible state. These are named great sentient beings because great awakened must be the lead among those great sentient beings. They are also named prime awakened. 第三段金刚语气 Diamond-like mind. Buddha told Supati, as a great awakened has arisen diamond-like mind, which never be reversed and destructed. Because of this mind, they surely be the lead among great sentient beings. 第四段定当上手 as the lead. Buddha told Supati.
一个上手是用 leader 还是用 lead 呢？ lead 是动词啊 ，leader 是名词啊。Michael 啊
lead 也可以是lead 也可以是名词，
也可以是吧？
嗯
，OK。
但是 leader 也没有错，也可以用 leader 或者 lead。可能 leader 会好一点。
好，继续。leader 领导。
上手嘛，手作。
As a lead, Buddha told Supati, if the great awakened rise such mind, I should put on solid armor to destroy boundless worry, enemies in boundless wilderness of birth and death. I should dry up boundless deep ocean of birth and death. I should give up and detach from all important body, property of inner and outer. I should make great benefits for all sentient beings with equanimity mind. I should liberate all sentient beings to complete nirvana with 3 practices. I should, although liberate and perish all sentient beings with 3 practices, but really do not see any sentient beings be liberated and perished. I should awaken all dharma as they are, which are no origination, no perished. I should practice 6 comprehensive practices by correspondent with pure Buddha's all-knowing wisdom. I should study and practice all dharma. I master them to the end, then enter into wonderful wisdom. I should master all dharma phenomena, which in one theory method, I should master all dharma phenomena, which in 2 theory method and even boundless theory method, I should study and practice and master wonderful wisdom of all dharma phenomena, which in 1 theory method, I should study and practice and master wonderful wisdom of all dharma phenomena, which in 2 theory method and even wonderful wisdom of boundless theory method, I should study and practice and arise boundless silence observing unlimited formless methods. I should study and practice and arise boundless 37 awakened paths, 3 liberation methods, 6 comprehensive practice to nirvana. I should study and practice and arise boundless 5 eyes, 6 supernatural powers, 10 powers, 4 fearlessness, 4 barrier-free comprehension, great kindness, great compassion, great happiness, great equanimity, Buddha's 18th specialty, dharma for all-knowing wisdom, Tao phenomenon wisdom, all phenomenal wisdom, Supati. This is named diamond-like mind of great awakening. If the great awakening immerses in such mind by skillful means of nothing can be obtained, and also do not practice for this, they must be the lead among great sentient beings.
改成 leader 吧。
改成 leader。 好吧。
那里边有一个 theory method， 那是指什么呀？没看到对应的中文是什么意思呢？什么叫 theory method？ 中文是什么
？To theory method。
啊，那是个什么？那是个中文对应的是什么？我看不见。
二理趣门。
二理趣门。
哦，一切法相。二理。
我记得老师说过，那个不能用 theory， 是 discourse。DRSCOURSE。
二理趣门。Two discourse methods. 点了没？
把那
Two discourse methods.
理趣改成 discourse 吧。
对。然后
好，
上手改成 leader。
别的呢？别的有要改的地方吗？
没有。下面
上手。没了。第5段令彼安乐 ，make peace and joyfulness. Furthermore, Subhuti, if the great weakness arise such mind, in all hell animal dimension, ghost dimension, human and diva dimension, all sufferings and worries from all sentient beings, I should receive them in their places so that to make them in peace and joyfulness.
joyful 就可以了，不用 joyfulness 吧
joyful 就行了。第6段殊胜广大 surpassing great mind. Buddha told Subhuti, if the great weakness arise this mind, I should from initial mind to achieving ultimate perfect enlightenment among them I swear not to arise minds like this. Greedy mind, anger mind, ignorance mind, hatred mind, hidden annoyances mind, flattery and fawning mind, jealousy mind, stinginess mind, arrogance mind, harm mind, pride mind, etc. And also do not arise a mind toward to hard awaken and low awaken stage. Subhuti, these are surpassing great mind of great awakening. The great awakening immersed in such mind by skillful means of nothing can be obtained, and also do not pride for this. They must be the leader among great sentient beings.
你这么多心啊，全部大写吗？还是小写就可以了？
哦，都是第一个字母大写的。
如果这不是什么特别的概念的话，就用小写吧，因为这就是普通的贪欲心啊、嗔恨心，不是。
对，这是普通的什么嗔心、恨心、什么心，这些都是普通名词吧，不应该是专有名词吧？
好吧，小写。
对，同意。
第7段不可轻动 unmovable. Buddha told Subhuti, if the great weakness arises this mind, I should, by correspondent with Buddha's all-knowing wisdom, to study and practice and inspire all matters which should be practiced and done. Subhuti, this is a movable mind of great weakness. If the great weakness immersed in such mind by skillful means of nothing can be obtained, and also do not pride for this, it must be the leader among great sentient beings.
这个 to 不对啊，没有把它去掉吧。
第2行那个 to 是吧？
对 ，I should study， 对吧？
啊 ，study and practice。没了。
没了。
第8段利安乐 ，benefiting and peaceful mind. Buddha told Subhuti, if the great weakness arises this mind, I should till future state to be dependence, bridge both contentful sentient beings to liberate and protect them and always not abandoning. Subtly, this is benefiting and a peaceful mind of great awakening. If the great awakening immersed in such mind by skillful means, nothing can be obtained, and also do not pride for this. This must be the leader among great sentient beings.
这个语法上有点问题，跟刚才一样 ，I should 应该个逗号 ，till future state，till future state。
哦，
然后呢，你这样你就知道了，这个 till future state 是个定语 ，I should 就不能 to be 了，是不是 ？I should be dependence 或者 dependent be dependent。对
be dependent。
或者说你要跟后边 bridge boat 一样的话，就 be the dependence bridge boat dependent。哦，加个 the 就好了。
啊 ，OK。第九
段，
爱乐欣喜
to 改成
loving, enjoying, happy and joy and liberate。
对，就不用数的后边不能搁 to 啊。
哦，对 ，should 直接加动词。
对。
没了。
没了。
啊，第九段。Buddha told Subhuti, so-called Dharmapha means all sentient beings, and form and non-form Dharmapha have no self-nature which are unobtainable. The real phenomenon is not destructible, which is named Dharmapha. So-called Dharmapha loving means arising, seeking for this Dharmapha. So-called Dharmapha enjoying means praising virtues for this Dharmapha. So-called Dharmapha happy means happy to believe and accept this Dharmapha. So-called Dharmapha joy means admire and practice a lot to this Dharmapha. Subhuti, this great awakening when they practice comprehends wisdom by skillful means of nothing can be obtained. Always loving, enjoying, happy and joyful to Dharmapha, and also do not pride for this. They must be the leader among great sentient beings. 11. 说断诸见 cutting off views. Buddha said, Sarputra, speak as you wish. Sarputra said, we're honored because all great awakened by skillful means of nothing can be obtained. To lecture the view of cutting off dharma for sentient beings, they are cutting off view of self, view of sentient beings, view of life, view of birth giver, view of reason, view of scholar, view of soul, view of conscious born, view of boy, view of worker, view of commander, view of maker, view of poser, view of receptionist, giver, view of receiver, view of self. These awakened, again named prime awakened.
我们以前讨论过这个见啊，是用 view 还是用 version 呢？
有的地方用 version。
version 哪个 version？version。
vision，老师说的这个是 vision。
哦 ，vision。
对，我看好多都是一般都用 vision， 就是好像用 view 的少。正规的我见过用 vision 的，都是。
vision 也行。见就是见，
因为他们
见，因为它不是看的，这个见其实不是看，是不是？是你自己的对 personal view， 其实还是个 view。
其实那个 vision 里头就有包含着这种妄想，就是你自己生出来的那种，就包含着那层意思。
OK， 那就 vision 嘛 ，vision 因为跟原词儿比较配合。
那这里头的见就改成 vision，
全改成 vision。
不用加 s 吧 ，vision 就行了。
那词典是不是要改啊？那个宝玲师兄在吗？
我去改。
我在。
OK。
13，菩萨起见 ，Great Awaken Arise， 这里也改成 vision 了。 vision.
因为 vision 是包括了 view 不包括 vision， 因为它还有一个知见的问题在，所以可能要用 vision 会比 view 要更恰当一点。
好的。
好，那全改成 vision. Then Subhuti asked Sariputta if great awakening by skillful means nothing can be obtained, could lecture the cutting off vision of Dharma fast for sentient beings, which caused the great awakened by skillful means something can be obtained, arise vision of form, reception, conception, mind, motion, consciousness, arise vision of turning the Dharma fa will. 是我不起诸见 not arise all visions. Sariputta answered Subhuti, if the great awakening when they practice the comprehensive wisdom without skillful means by way of obtainable, arise vision of form, reception, conception, mind, motion, and consciousness, and even arise vision of Buddha, vision of turning Dharma for will. Their great awakened could not lecture cutting off vision of all Dharma for sentient beings by a skillful means of nothing can be obtained. If the great awakened when they practice the comprehensive wisdom, they have skillful means by way of nothing can be obtained. Lecture cutting off vision of all Dharma for all sentient beings, these great awakened do not rise vision of forms, reception, conception, mind, motion, consciousness, and even do not rise vision of Buddha and vision of turning Dharma for will. 16宾取着 should not attack. Subhuti said, were honored because all awakened for Buddha's all-knowing wisdom arise might toward to enlightenment, unequaled and unparalleled mind, unshareable mind. With all her awakened or low wisdom, they do not attach to this mind. Why? Were honored their Buddha's all-knowing wisdom mind are real, non-leaking, do not fall into three realms. Seeking for Buddha's all-knowing wisdom mind is also non-leaking. They should not attach to such minds. So this great we can also name prime weakened.
Unshareable mind 改成 specialty mind 吧。unshareable 不是一个词吧？
词典上是写的 unshareable。
哦，那就用吧。
17无等等期 unequaled and unparalleled mind. At that time, Sariputta asked Subhuti, what are the great weakened, unequal, and unparalleled mind? A common mind with all her weakened and long weakened. Subhuti answered, all great weakened from initial mind to enlightenment do not see all dharma which have origination or perished, decreased or increased, come and go, come or going, defiling or purifying, also do not see her weakened mind, low weakened mind, thus coming mind, Sariputta. These are named the great weakened, unequal, and parallel mind, a common mind with all her weakened and low weakened, all great weakened, and also do not attach to these minds. 18皆无心性 all have not mind, self nature. Then Sariputta asked Subhuti, if it should not be attached to these minds, then it should not be attached to all phenomena with the minds. Why? Because these minds all have no mind nature. 25愿无性 5 aggregates have no self nature. Then Sariputta asked Subhuti, if all minds have no mind self nature, it should not be attached. Then form has no form self nature, it should not be attached. Reception, conception, mind, emotion, consciousness have no reception, conception, mind, emotion, consciousness, self nature. Also should not be attached. 22本性无漏 original nature is non-leaking. Then Sariputta asked Subhuti, if Buddha's all-knowing wisdom is real, non-leaking, which do not fall into three realms, then the minds of all ignorant persons, common beings, hard awakened, low awakened, and the rest also should be real, non-leaking, which do not fall into three realms. Why? Because these all minds are also original nature kong. Why? The Dharma of original nature kong is real, non-leaking, which do not fall into three realms. 24随世俗言 follow mundane speaking. At that time, Sariputta asked Subhuti, if minds and form and the rest Dharma have no self nature, it should not be attached to them all. Then all Dharma should be equal, which have no difference. Sariputta said, if all dharma have no difference, then why did thus coming say that mind and the form and the rest have various of difference? Supti answered, this is thus coming speaking, following the mundane world, established so, not because of real meaning. 25非由实义 not because of real meaning. Then Sariputta asked Supti, for dharma for minds are formed of all ignorant persons, common beings, herd weakened, low weakened, weakened, thus coming, etc. are all original self-nature calm, a real non-leaking, which do not fall into three realms. Then the stage people, common beings, and all knowing wisdom, or non-all knowing wisdom should be equal, which have no difference. Sariputta said, if all common and stage people have surely no difference, why did thus can we say that all common and stage people have kinds of difference? So Supti answered, this is also thus coming speaking, follow the mundane world, not because of real meanings are future. These great weakened when they practice the comprehensive wisdom by skillful means of nothing can be obtained to enlightened mind, equal and unparalleled mind, together with all herd weakened mind and low weakened mind. They equal mind. They do not pride or attach. They do not take or immerse to all dharma. Because of this meaning, they are named prime awakened. 26发去大乘 go toward to great practice. At that time, Prajna said to Buddha, "World honored, I'm also happy to speak about that great awakening, for this meaning is also called prime awakened." Buddha said, "Prajna, say it as you wish." Prajna said, "World honored, because of all great awakening for benefiting all sentient beings put on great virtue armor, they go toward to great practice, take great practice, they are also called prime awakened." 27一切有情 all sentient beings. Prajna said, Sariputta, the great awakened practice of the body practicing, not for a few sentient beings benefits, but for all sentient beings benefits and joys. Sariputta, this is called great awakened, putting on great virtue armor for benefiting all sentient beings. 29无上菩提 ultimate perfect enlightenment. Furthermore, Sariputta, the great awakener who put on great virtue armor, benefit sentient beings without limit, they do not think this way. I teach you all sentient beings to get complete nirvana, but you sentient beings cannot obtain it. I teach you all sentient beings to immerse in ultimate perfect enlightenment, but you sentient beings cannot immerse in it. Great awakener for making all sentient beings get complete nirvana and immerse in ultimate perfect enlightenment, they put on such virtue armor. 30自他圆满 complete achieve self and others. Furthermore, Sariputta, the great awakened, thought this way: I should complete achieve comprehensive giving myself, and also teach all sentient beings to complete achieve comprehensive giving. I should complete achieve comprehensive precepts, comprehensive endurance, comprehensive devotion, comprehensive silence observing, comprehensive wisdom myself, and also teach all sentient beings to complete achieve comprehensive precepts and even comprehensive wisdom. 32不是回向 comprehensive giving and returning merits. Furthermore, Sariputta, all great awakened when they practice comprehensive giving, by correspondent with Buddha's all knowing wisdom mind, to practice comprehensive giving by skillful means of nothing can be obtained. With all sentient beings returning merits together to ultimate perfect enlightenment, never sparing of body and life and rest. Sariputta, these are named all great awakened when they practice comprehensive giving. They put on virtue armor of comprehensive giving. 34不着六度 detached from 6 comprehensive practices. Sariputta, these great awakened when they practice comprehensive wisdom put on 6 comprehensive practice virtue armor. Sariputta, if great awakened by correspondent with Buddha's all knowing wisdom mind, to practice comprehensive wisdom, they neither take nor attached to 6 comprehensive practices. It should be known that these great weekend put on great virtue armor, sepulture. These are named great weekend for benefiting all sentient beings. So they put on great virtue armor. 35如是安住 immerse in this way. Sepulture, all great weekend immerse in these comprehensive practices one by one in this way. They all practice 6 comprehensive practices and complete achieve them. Because of this, they are named putting on great virtue armor. 36虽入不着 enter in without attachment. Furthermore, sepulture, all great weekend, although entering no silence, be observing unlimited formless samadhi without attachment, also are not attracted by these powers, also not be born with these powers. Sepulture, these are great weekend when practice comprehensive silence, observing, putting on great virtue armor of skillful means of comprehensive wisdom. 37 do not 不证实际 do not achieve reality. Furthermore, sepulture, all great weekend, although enter in silence, observing and unlimited formless samadhi, immersing vision of apart from, vision of silence, vision of calm, no form and no will, but do not achieve reality, do not enter in stage of hard awakened and low awakened, to nurture all hard awakened and low awakened. Sepulture, these are great weekend when they practice comprehensive silence, observing, put on the great virtue armor of skillful means of comprehensive wisdom. 38利益
抱歉啊
乐一
给我1分钟，你可以继续。
好，利乐一切 benefit all. Sepulture, as all great weekend who, for benefiting all sentient beings, putting on this great virtue armor, so they are also named prime awakened. 39素当作佛 should be Buddha at once. Sepulture, these great weekend who putting on great virtue armor for benefiting all sentient beings, for all Buddhas in 10 directions, Ganges river stands worth, happily praising all beings say so. In some direction of some word, some great weekend who would like to benefit and all sentient beings to put on a great virtue armor, cultivate sentient beings, beautifying Buddha ground, play games around with supernatural powers achieved, all should be done. These sound turning over 10 directions, all divas, humans, and the rest, all happy to hear this and that. These great weekend should be Buddhas too, who will benefit all sentient beings.
你这个游戏神通你是怎么翻的？
Play games around with supernatural powers.
那 game 是不是多余的？就 play around 就可以了。你 play game 的话，又多了一个。
好，删了。Play around.
是吧？这样就不要让人家觉得好像我们在玩这个游戏啊。这个游戏跟小朋友现在玩的游戏不太一样。
40同共回向 returning merits together. Prajna said, Sariputta, the great weekend who like to benefit all sentient beings put on 6 comprehensive practice great virtue armor, also for benefiting all sentient beings apart from desire, evil, and non-goodness. Sariputta, these great weekend by skillful means of obtainable, take this silence, observing unlimited formless with all sentient beings, returning merits together to ultimate perfect enlightenment. Sariputta, these are great weekend who would like to benefit all sentient beings, arise my toward to great practice. 41令善了知 be good at knowing. Furthermore, Sariputta, because all great weekend who would like to benefit all sentient beings through immersing in silence, observing, unlimited, formless, are good at differentiating about entering, immersing, and exist to all practices, phenomena, and states, have got freedom, then thought, I should, by correspondence with Buddha's all-knowing wisdom, take great compassion mind as the leader for cutting off worries of all sentient beings. Lecture all silence preserving unlimited formless separately challenge to make them to be good at knowing or joyful taste. Foot and the living of samadhi and entering, immersing, and exist to all practices, phenomena, and states. So future, these are great weakening who depend on comprehensive silence observing to practice comprehensive giving for benefiting all sentient beings arise mind toward great practice.
这个have got freedom 这个要重新翻译一下啊，它这个 have got freedom 得自在的意思是前边，对于这一部分得自在了，然后复作字念，所以呢，这个得自在是定义前面这些东西的，需要想一想重新翻译一下。
Which they have got freedom. 这样可以吗？
这会好一点。
42大悲为上 ，Great compassion mind as the leader. If great weakened by correspondent with Buddha's or knowing wisdom, take great compassion mind as a leader. When the lectural silence observing, unlimited formless, they do not mix the minds of further weakened, low weakened. The future, these are great weakened who depend on comprehensive silence observing, practice comprehensive precepts, would like to benefit all sentient beings or rise mind toward great practice. 43利乐有情 benefit all sentient beings. Furthermore, third future, if weakened by correspondent with Buddha's or knowing wisdom, take great compassion mind as a leader. When entering into kindness, silence observing, think this way. I should salvage and help all sentient beings to make them safe and joyful. When entering into compassion, silence observing, think this way. I should save and liberate all sentient beings to get them lifted from suffering. When entering into happiness, silence observing, think this way. I should praise and persuade all sentient beings to get them liberated. When entering into equanimity, silence observing, think so. I should equally benefit all sentient to make them cutting off all leakage. Future, these are great weakening who depend on unlimited silence observing, practice comprehensive giving, and would like to benefit all sentient beings arise mind toward to great practice. 44为求菩提 only seek for ultimate perfect enlightenment. If great weakened by corresponding with Buddha's or knowing wisdom, take great compassion mind as a leader. When entering, immerse, and go out of four unlimited lights, never go toward hard weakened and low weakened, but always seek for ultimate perfect enlightenment. Therapeutic. These are great weakened who depend on unlimited silence observing, practice comprehensive precepts, and would like to benefit all sentient beings arise mind toward to great practice. 46作所应作 achieve all should be done. Suputra, these great weakened who would like to benefit all sentient beings arise mind toward to great practice for all Buddha's in 10 directions, Ganges, river, sands, words, happily praised in the public. In such direction of such world, such great weakening who would like to benefit all sentient beings arise mind toward to great practice, cultivate sentient beings, beautifying Buddha ground, play around with supernatural powers, achieved all should be done. These sound running over 10 directions. All divas, humans, and the rest are happy to hear this and said these great weakness should be Buddha's stone to benefit all sentient beings. 47称于大臣 take great practice, or at that time, Sutra asked Puma, what, Prajna, what does it mean by great weakening who would like to benefit all sentient beings take great practice? 48是称布施 take comprehensive giving. Prajna said, Sutra, if great weakening when the practice of comprehensive wisdom by correspondent with Buddha's all knowing wisdom, take great compassion mind as a leader. by skillful means of nothing can be obtained. Take comprehensive giving, but do not obtain giving. Do not obtain comprehensive giving. Do not obtain the giver. Do not obtain the receiver. Do not obtain the items. Do not obtain of covered dharma. Sariputta, this is great. We can take comprehensive giving practice. 49是成境界 take comprehensive precepts. If great weakened when practice comprehensive wisdom by corresponding with the Buddha's own wisdom, take great compassion mind as a leader. By skillful means of nothing can be obtained. Take comprehensive precepts, but do not obtain precepts. Do not obtain comprehensive precepts. Do not obtain the non-breach beings. Do not obtain the breach beings. Do not obtain off-covered dharma fast. This is great. We can take practice precepts. Take comprehensive precepts. 50是成安忍 take comprehensive endurance. 前3句一样，第4行开始。But do not obtain endurance, do not obtain comprehensive endurance, do not obtain able endurance beings, do not obtain of endurance state, do not obtain of covered dharma. Sariputta, this is great.
你这个第49段的 non-breach beings， 还有就是 obtain the breach beings， 你是翻成持戒者跟犯戒者用 breach beings， 有这样翻法吗？你这个 breach 什么东西啊？
持戒、犯戒。
所以啊，你这边你不能光一个 breach 啊，你是不是要说明 breach 的 precise 或者 breach 什么东西嘛？你不能说一个 non-breach beings， 对不对？
那加个 precepts。
就是解释清楚吧。Do not obtain the beings who breached the precepts， 或者 who not breached the process。
好，我下来改。第50段有没有问题？没有问题，我就接下来51。
另外，可能所遮法是不是也得考虑一下怎么翻呢？所遮法指的是那个就是戒律啊。所遮法是指的这个遮就是戒律的意思。
那意义咯？
要不就是 the precepts， 对，意义上戒律。
直接写 precepts。
还有一个就是你所有的最后一句话 ，taking 这个戒 ，taking 这个乘，这个 taking 乘应该它的意思就是说乘大车乘小车那个乘，所以呢，光是一个 taking precepts， 如果咱们的乘不是按照 practice 翻的吗？那种 taking comprehensive precepts practice， 后边都加一个 practice， 所有的每一段的后边都是6度的，
那就加个 practice 后面。
后面都加一个 practice。好，下面
51是成精进 ，take comprehensive devotion practice. If great weakened when they practice the comprehensive wisdom by correspondent with Buddha's own knowing wisdom， 这个一样。然后第4行开始。But do not obtain devotion, do not obtain comprehensive devotion, do not obtain hardworking beings, do not obtain laziness beings, do not obtain off-covered dharma. Sariputta, this is great. We can take in comprehensive devotion practice.
那这里边的所遮是指什么呀？有点奇怪。
戒律有遮戒，有这个就比较轻一点的戒叫遮戒。
那这还是戒律 ，OK。
啊，
那每一段都是戒咯，这里
都是戒啊。会
52是成静律 ，take comprehensive silence observing practice. If great weaken when they practice comprehensive wisdom by correspondent with 第4行开始 but do not obtain silence observing, do not obtain comprehensive silence observing, do not obtain silence observing practitioner, do not obtain dispersed beings, do not obtain state of silence observing, do not obtain precepts. 然后 Sarputra, this is great weaken taking comprehensive silence observing practice. Verse 是成般若 take comprehensive wisdom practice. If great weakened when the practice comprehensive wisdom by 第4行开始 but do not obtain wisdom, do not obtain comprehensive wisdom, do not obtain wisdom practitioner, do not obtain ignorance beings, do not obtain dharma of past, present, and future, do not obtain dharma of goodness, non-goodness, non-memorable, do not obtain dharma of desired realm, form realm, formless realm, do not obtain dharma of study, non-study, dharma of neither study nor non-study, do not obtain dharma of sight, cutting off, practice cutting off, non-cutting off, do not obtain dharma of mundane or supramundane, do not obtain dharma of form, non-form, do not obtain dharma of see, non-see, do not obtain dharma of relative, non-relative, do not obtain dharma of leaking, non-leaking, do not obtain dharma of conditional, unconditional, do not obtain of precepts. Sarputra, this is great. Take great practice for benefiting and giving joys to sentient beings. 实观察 observe as they are. Furthermore, Sarputra is great weakened by correspondence with Buddha's ordinary wisdom, take good compassion mind as lead by skillful means of nothing can be obtained. Observe great weakened as they are. It's only false names to be established though. Buddha and Sattva are all unobtainable. Sarputra, this is great weakened take great practice for benefiting, giving joys to sentient beings.
Take as they are, which is or which are 这个加一个 which are 后面这句话是这个 as what is as they are.
As they are. 这里再加个
对，因为要不然的话，你后面这句话的目的是什么 ？As they are, which are.
还要加个 which are.
Which are great weekend. Oh, it is only fictitious names. 还有这个。
Which is olive. Which is olive false name 就行了吧 Great weekend as they are. Which is olive false name. 这样可以吗
OK， 对，你说的对。好。
57精勤修学 study and practice diligently. Furthermore, Sarputra is great weakened by correspondence with Buddha's ordinary wisdom, take great compassion mind as a leader. By skillful means of nothing can be obtained from starting mind toward to ultimate perfect enlightenment, practice constantly to achieve complete and without invisible supernatural powers, cultivate sentient beings, benefy and purify Buddha's ground. From one Buddha's world to another, offer and respect and praise all were honored. Listen and accept Dharma corresponded with great practice in all Buddha's places. After listened and accepted, thinking it, conformity with truth, study and practice diligently. Sarputra, this is great. We can take great practice for benefiting the giving joys to sentient beings. 58听受正法 listen and accept right dharma 法 Sarputra, these great we can also take great practice from one Buddha's word to another, offered respect and praise of all word honored. Listen and accept right dharma 法 in all Buddha's places, cultivate sentient beings, beautifying and purifying Buddha's ground. But their initial minds have no thought of Buddha's world. 59注不二谛 immerse in non-two state. Sarputra, these great awakened immerse in non-two state, observe all sentient beings transform to certain appearances and provide benefits to those who could be benefited by such bodily appearances. Sarputra, these great awakened until achieving Buddha's all-knowing wisdom never leave great practice wherever they are born. 60转正法轮 turn right dharma 法 will Sarputra, these great awakening will soon have Buddha's all-knowing wisdom. Turn right dharma 法 will for humans and all devas. Such will cannot be turned by beings in mundane world, including all herd awakened, low awakened monks, Brahmins, demons, gods, devas, dragons, yaksha, music angels, battle angels, Garuda, heavenly musicians, Maharaj, human, non-humans, Sarputra, all as all great awakened by these skillful means for benefiting sentient beings take great practice. They are also called prime awakened.
你这个婆罗门是 Brahma 吧 ？Brahmi
对 Brahmi
到底 Brahma 还是 Brahmi？
我查的字典好像是 Brahmi，
应该是 Brahma 吧？婆罗门嘛，再查一下好不好？
好，
再查一下，一个是天，一个是天的名字，一个是婆罗门教的名字，这两个不一样，一个是 Brahma， 一个 Brahmi。Brahma
怎么拼的
？Brahma， 就把 INS 改成 A。
哦，
查一下哪个是婆罗门教，哪个是天。在这里面指的应该是那个婆罗门。
天不是 gods。
不，有一个婆罗门天，有一个 Brahmin 天。
他一个梵王，婆罗门。
对，梵天。
婆罗门还是梵王？
对，这个是梵天还是婆罗门？
哦，好吧。61利安和寒食 benefit all sentient beings. Sarputra, these great weekend for benefit all sentient beings take great practice for Buddha's in 10 directions, Ganges, rivers, and worlds. Happily praise in public and say this way. In such directions, such worlds, such great weekend for benefiting all sentient beings take great practice. We don't have Buddha's all-knowing wisdom take turn right dharma will for humans and all devas. This will could not be turned by beings in mundane world, including 又是上头这一段。These great weekend will soon have Buddha's all-knowing wisdom turning right dharma will to benefit all sentient beings. 13品结束。
这个所有的正法能不能改成 perfect dharma？
正法
perfect dharma 对。
perfect dharma。
这样就跟我们禅宗里边那个 perfect eye、wonderful dharma 就对了。如果大家没意见，
我下来。
对。正法。
我下来改。
好，谢谢辛苦，我们再先下线一下，再接着下一题。